Hi, I'm Levy, your friendly neighborhood Chibi Leviathan, and this is a recap for Session 9 of the Shifting Wars campaign, a Dungeons and Dragons campaign. So, when we left off last time, we had just started a combat inside the base of these red cloaks, where we had been discovered after sneaking our way inside using some disguise magic, some disguise self spells, one from our Furbolg and one from a toilet paper scroll Rick had discovered earlier in the campaign. When we were discovered, they suddenly attacked us. So we fought back valiantly and slaughtered these red cloak warriors, as well as the ones that came in from behind us, using all of our tactics, Charlie unleashing his eldritch blasts upon them and Hush filling them with her arrows. And to take advantage of Hush's giant slayer ability, Rick unleashed a magic missile spell to hit all of the ones that were coming behind us, to hurt them just enough for Hush to take advantage of their weakened states. So we quickly went through them, and then we did some digging around and found some keys and some money and all these kinds of loots that were there. We went north first to check out that area and ran into some more red cloaks that were training. These ones I believe were bugbears, bigger trained ones. They had armor on and had kind of like a squad leader, so we fought against them. And then we went south and found this little room that was, actually I think we went south first. We found this little room that had some food. It looked like it maybe was like a kitchen or a prep area, and it was filled with these little goblins that seemed to be working for the red cloaks. They didn't have cloaks, but they did have some red armbands or sashes, I believe it was, to kind of mark them as part of this community, but not actually high enough in its rankings to be considered a full red cloak. So we didn't kill them. Instead, we tied them up and offered that as long as they didn't interfere, they get to live and escape. At the end, once we're done in here, we went north and did the fight. And then even further north of that, we went and found a storeroom, which was guarded by a large combatant that tried to shut the door and keep Kilgore out, but Kilgore was much too strong and pushed the door back, and we fought him, although it was mostly Kilgore who fought him, and then a few pelterings of arrows and magic to help whittle him down. And we looked into his room. We decided not to kill him, and in fact just like used at the end, after hurting him, some non-lethal attacks to knock him out. I found a love letter from his wife and put that on his collar and left him there. We took some of the food supplies that we needed, tied him up, and left him under his desk. We took his +1 great axe and gave it to Kilgore. We searched to the left and found their barracks. We found a jail cell which had 3 people in it, including one which I believe was the acolyte who tried to hurt Kilgore and Mako in the first place at Old MacDonald's farm. So we untied them but left them locked in the room with each other so that we could come back for them later once we were done with the rest of the dungeon. And we traveled further in, where we encountered the big bad, who is Barbados, as well as some spellcasters friends that he had. He is called Barbados the Immortal. He believes he can't die, so we fought him. And much like Kilgore, it took a lot to take him down because he's also a barbarian, and the spells that his friends were using were rather potent on us. But thankfully, Charlie and Hush were able to use their range to take care of the middling combatants, while Rick, Mako, and Kilgore took on Barbados head on. And it took quite a bit of our effort and our spells and our tactics to prevail, but in the end we were able to take down Barbados, and we will be continuing from that point this week.